Very good morning to one and all. Myself, Mr. Mahbubur Rahman, Assistant Professor in the Department of Food Engineering. Today, I will cover a topic chemical kinetics. First of all, see that what is chemical kinetics. Chemical kinetics includes investigations of how different experimental conditions can influence the speed of a chemical reaction and yield information about the reactions mechanism and transition state, as well as the construction of mathematical model that can describe the characteristics of a chemical reaction. Next one is reaction rate. It is also very important during the time when our chemical kinetics process carry. The rate of a reaction is defined in terms of the rates with which the products are formed and the reactants, the reacting substances, are consumed. For chemical system, it is usual to deal with the concentrations of substances, which is defined as the amount of substance per unit volume. Next one is the half-life. A useful rate measure, that is the half-life of reactant, which is defined as the time that it takes for half of the initial amount to undergo reaction. For a special type of kinetic behavior, first order kinetics, some kinetic principle which we are explaining in the next slide, and the half-life that is independent of the initial amount. A common and straightforward example of half-life independent of the initial amount is what? Radioactive substances. Uranium-238, for example, decays with a half-life of 4.5 billion years of an initial amount of uranium. Half of that amount will have decayed in that period of time. Next one is measuring slow reactions. The best way to study exceedingly slow reaction is to change the condition so that the reaction occur in a reasonable time. Increasing the temperature, which can have a strong effect on the reaction rate, that is one possibility if the temperature of hydrogen oxygen mixture is raised to about 500 degrees Celsius. It means 900 degree Fahrenheit. Reaction then occur rapidly and its kinetic has been studied under those conditions. So it is important to measure the slow reactions increasing by temperature, which can have a strong effect on the reaction rate. That is one of the possibility. Next one is measuring fast reaction. We know that some processes during the time when chemical reactions occur, chemical kinetic reaction occurs, it comes under fast. That special techniques have to be used to them. There are two difficulties with fast reactions. One is the time that it takes to mix reactants or to change the temperature of the system. First one is what? The time that it takes to mix reactants or to change the temperature of the system, which may be significant in comparison with the half-life. So that the initial time cannot be measured accurately. During the time of measuring fast reaction, two difficulties will occur. One is that time that takes to mix reactants or to change the temperature of the system. And it may be significant in comparison with the what? Half-life. So that the initial time cannot be measured accurately. These mixing difficulties were overcome by pulse and probe methods. Which method? Pulse and probe methods. The principle of these, that is that a short pulse, usually of radiation, that is given to a chemical system and is then followed by probe, usually involving radiation, that provide our spectroscopic evidence of what occurred after the initial pulse. The first of these methods developed in 1949. When this method was developed? In 1949. And who developed this? By British chemist R.G.W. Norris and George Porter. That was the flash photolysis method, for which Norris and Porter won the Nobel Prize for Chemistry in 1967. This was the achievement of British chemist R.G.W. Norris and George Porter. So see here in this slide you are seeing the principles of some kinetics. The kinetics behavior of an ordinary chemical reaction, that is conventionally studied in the first instances by determining how the reaction rate is influenced by a certain external factors such as the concentration of the reacting substances, the temperature and sometimes the pressure. For a reaction in which two substances A and B react with each other, and it is sometimes found that the reaction rate is proportional to the concentration of A, and it is represented by A, and to the concentration of B are represented by B. In that case, reaction is said to be a second order reaction, and it is first order in A and first order in B. In such cases, the reaction rate V can be expressed V is equal to K of A into B, where K is the constant, that is known as the rate constant for the reaction. So this is one of many types of kinetics that can be observed, and a substance A that change into another substances may obey a kinetic equations from V A is equal to Ka, which is the first order reaction, and it is important to recognize that the kinetics of reaction does not always correspond in a simple way to the balanced chemical equation for the reaction. Thus, A plus B it gives Y plus Z. The reaction is not necessarily second order in both directions. This is in the contrast to the situation with the equilibrium constant for the reaction, which corresponds to the balanced equation, and the reason why the kinetic law is different, that is the reaction in the forward and reverse direction. Okay, thank you for watching. Once again, thank you.